According to the Global Slavery Index, we estimate some 35.8 million people around the world, across 167 countries, are in some form of modern slavery. So for Australia, for example, we estimate there's some 3,000 people in modern slavery here in our own home.
So what kind of form does this slavery take? How, in a country such as China or Australia, is slavery still such a problem?
It's extraordinary, isn't it, that this crime still happens today. In China, doesn't actually have one of the highest prevalences of slavery, but it does have very large absolute numbers of people in some form of modern slavery. So we estimate it's around 3.2 million people, but of course that's out of a population of 1.2 billion. So, it has to be considered in that context.
And Australia, you were mentioning, has an absolute number of around 3,000 people in slavery.
That's right. It's often surprising to people to know that we still have people in Australia who are being abused and exploited as domestic workers, sometimes in private homes, sometimes even in diplomatic homes. We've seen cases involving workers coming in from the Pacific Islands into the construction industry, only to leave with very serious life-threatening injuries. So we really are seeing a range of cases here.
And is this being allowed to happen because authorities just don't realise it's a problem? What are some of the conditions that mean that this is still continuing?
One of the things we've done in the Global Slavery Index this year is rate how strong government responses are country by country. And the good news for Australia is that we've come in with a BBB rating on our response to modern slavery, and that's very good. I mean, of course, there's still more that can be done here. One of the issues we'd like to see more of is more involvement of the states and territories, because, of course, it's great that the Australian Federal Police have got special laws, special training, but many people go to their local police station for help as the first point of call, or to their local health services.
So what you're saying is the government is aware of this, they're taking action, but there's obviously still more that can be done.
Correct. The government is putting a lot in place in response to this issue, but there's always more that can be done.
And does this touch on kind of cultural issues here as well?
Modern slavery is a really complex factor. Some of the issues we see in different countries are around, what we just blatantly call discrimination. We found a very strong statistical correlation this year between discrimination and prevalence of modern slavery. So the stronger discrimination is in a country, whether that's against women or ethnic minorities or migrants, the more likely it is that there'll be modern slavery in that country.